Make me think. What was that game? I just thought of a game. I can't remember what it was. Oh, Halo Wars. I can't believe I forgot about Halo Wars, but I know some people that are probably watching the stream right now, all about the Halo Wars because Halo Wars is amazing. Because Halo Wars 1 was really good. Like I said, I like the brutes because the brutes are just the OGs, the goat. Because I mean, they're like brutes. Like the lack of brutes in Halo 5 kind of made me kind of sad because I would love to have brutes. I would love to be a playable brute. That Halo would be my favorite Halo. One where you have a playable brute. Because come on now. Brutes are definitely the best race in the Covenant, to be honest. Like forget the elites, forget the grunts, forget the hunters. It's all about the brutes. I mean, come on now. Like little like gorillas with like big guns. I mean, what's not to like about that? And that's supposed to come out, I think, at the. That's definitely gonna be at E3 because they have some trailers and that already for that already. Some cover art for the game, which has a brute on the front. So I hope the brutes are being showcased very much so in this game. Well, maybe even a brute perspective would be pretty cool. Like a perspective like how brutes are. Like maybe a brute. Like I know there's like right now in Halo 5, there's a Covenant Revolution at the moment. It's like a Covenant like a civil war. So like with the Arbiter and I think the old faction in the Covenant, which was by the Prophets, was so. I'm hoping the brutes take a little bit of a spotlight and are able to get their own say in their perspectives. I'm a huge brute fan. They look cool too. I like the way they look cool. Brute chieftains are pretty much probably the coolest thing I have seen in Halo. I prefer more Spartans to be honest at this point. That's just me. So you going to go ahead and sleep? No, 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 no. Come on, please, 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 please. Yeah, I wonder. I also wonder if it's gonna be a campaign to this one because I know I didn't really play the campaign for the game at all. So I really didn't like. I didn't really get much into it very much. I mostly just played the multiplayer, which I really did thoroughly enjoy, especially with friends. It's definitely a fun thing to play with friends. I had a lot of great game sessions playing with friends on Halo Wars. So moving on to the next game, we also got Titanfall 2 coming out. I'm skeptical about this game just because the first one was just so repetitive and dull. Cause it was good for the first few times, kind of like with Battlefront. It was like, wow, this is a great game. Then about a day or two later, wow, this game is very boring. It was just so repetitive. There wasn't a campaign to any of them. Like Battlefront and Titanfall both had the same amount of issues where it was like the hype. It didn't live up to the hype it was supposed to live to. So hopefully those developers like DICE and I forget the Respawn. I think what they are. Respawn's the creators of Titanfall. Hope they can recover from their awful releases and hopefully make a better Battlefront. Which I think it might be at E3 actually. I think that's what I heard as well. But I'm not. Don't quote me on that at all, please, because this is just. That's just me being skeptical, but I do hope that is going to be a thing with Battlefront. Because the Battlefront right now is just. I mean, how do you not have Chewbacca on the front? How do you not have Chewbacca already in the game? Explain to me that. And in the new DLC, they didn't even have to put Chewbacca then. They had Greedo and some BK Sultan. They already had those guys in the game. That's lazy. It's lazy DLC work. That's some lazy stuff right there. That's lazy. That's just being lazy. Plain old lazy. You could have easily just put Chewbacca in, or just made there's so many characters in Star Wars you could pick from. Would you pick from two of the most least liked and least favored heroes / villains in Star Wars universe? Yeah, you're dumb. You're dumb. You could have picked anything. You could pick Yoda. You had Yoda, old Obi-Wan. You had all these options, and you go with them. Really? Really? That made me so mad. I was like, really? There's no Chewbacca. It was fun for a little bit though. I admit it was getting the beta was so much fun. I was surprised because the beta was fun. I liked the beta a lot, but after the beta, it was just yeah, fun. All right. You kind of had to make it fun with your friends by just saying random funny stuff or just doing random funny stuff together. But that's hopefully they can recover and make something better, maybe a Force Awakens, but have still some of the old characters like Battlefront. How did you mess? I can also say mess up Battlefront. You had Battlefront 2, Battlefront 2 from the PS2, Xbox One, Xbox days was amazing. It was nothing short of brilliance. It was so good. All you had, even if you did a remake of Battlefront 2, everyone would have been happy. I would have been happy. It probably would have been the best game ever made up to this point, because it's a remake. Like, you decided to go do this extra stuff, and it was all wrong. You got all of it wrong. Like, you didn't put heroes versus villains. You know, you did a hero versus villains kind of thing. It wasn't the same as it was in Battlefront 2, where you had a plethora, a great selection of, like, you had, like, limitless selection of people to choose from. You had General Grievous, Darth Maul, and this Heroes Squadron thing, you have like maybe 6 people, 3 different heroes on one side at once. Like, you didn't bother to make more heroes and more villains just so everyone could be one at once. Like, really? Come on now. All they had to do was do a reskin. That's all they had to do. A reskin of Battlefront 2. That's all they had to do. But what you gonna do? I mean, you might as well hire me. I feel like if they hired any fan of Battlefront, they could have gotten a lot better. Honestly, I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they just don't like ask the fans what they want in the game. That's such an easy way to do things. And all you'd have to say is Battlefront 2. That's all you'd have to say. I think maybe you could put in new stuff if you want to just try it out, but stick with the stuff that works first, and then try to go wild. But just like do like little trials in the new game. Don't like make a new game that just has like all this new stuff and like it does it all wrong. Maybe have a campaign or just have better gameplay. The gameplay was pretty good. Like the game played well. That was like the only thing that went well with it. Like, it was not good. It was very thought out. The maps look amazing. The maps do look amazing. I do admit, I do give that to them. They look amazing. But other than that, it's just like, what were you thinking, Dice? Can I get these carrots? Let's see, what should I drop? I need that for later. I'll drop this cobble. Who needs cobble these days? Let me see here. What else should I get? From here, is there a blacksmith at all? I do not see one in the least bit. Okay, let's just keep going then. But I don't see how you can mess up. Like, you should not have messed up on Battlefront. Like, they had really no excuse. Like, I know I just went on a tangent. I was talking about E3, but I just know I just went off on Battlefront all of a sudden. But I mean, come on. Everyone's mad about Battlefront. Everybody is. There's not one person that finds Battlefront as good as it should have been. Like most people think that it could have done way better with it than what it is. Because I mean, come on now. It was just like they kind of just felt like I guess they tried to make a game that was not Battlefront, like wanted their own take on it. But in reality, you should just done what people did in the first Battlefront. Like it was ridiculous. Like, I don't know how you mess it up. I don't know how you. Oh yeah, and like hunt mode, that was amazing. That was an amazing mode that they did not bring back. Like. Being Wampas and like Ewoks was probably the best part, one of the best parts about Star Wars Battlefront 2. I mean, I remember towards the end of the time I kind of stopped playing Battlefront 2, which was very kind of like not too long ago to be honest, compared to actual terms of games. But me and my brother loved to play as like the Wampas and the Ewoks. That's what we would play most of the time, not like actual like clones versus droids or Empire versus Rebels. We'd be playing just the hunt mode or the Hero versus Villains mode, because that'd be cool. Just playing as your favorite Jedi, your favorite Sith Lord, but you'd be playing. But then in this game, you can't even do that. They have like half the heroes, half the villains that were in Battlefront 2. Like, how do you not have as much sense as people from like 10, almost like 20 years ago, probably around 20 years ago? Almost 20 years ago, the people who made Battlefront 2 had much more sense than people of DICE, who are a multi-million-dollar company. I mean, come on now. I don't know how I don't think to put Chewbacca in the game, or any of those heroes that people like. You put in Greedo and this guy named like the Sultan. I don't know his name. That's how BK, and that's how unknown he is. You just put these unknowns in the game. You're hoping that people like that. Like, how are you making people pay like $70 for DLC and their heroes that they put in are Greedo and this BK? I don't even know. He was like in the old movies, and that's about it. That's all I remember from him. I don't remember his name. Like, you don't put Chewbacca in. You could have put in some of the Ewoks. Like, I know it's like a few Ewoks could have been in there. Like the War Chief, I forget his name, but that's because he's not in the game. I mean, just his name is Wicket. Wicket, that's what his name is. Wicket. They have all those people you could have put in the game. No, just decided, yeah. Let's not give the fans what they want. I know this has been a long time ago. This is like a long time ago, but Battlefront's still, I mean, even though it's still a game now, but all the stuff that people are mad at was like a while ago. I can still talk about it. I mean, I think it's supposed to be an E3 showing a Battlefront, like a newer Battlefront. I hope they do a new one. Hope they announce a new one. It may not come out till next year, but hopefully they can get something excited about. Because I mean, as of right now, they kind of killed Battlefront for me, which is very hard to do. Like, I'd much rather play the PS2 Battlefront than play the one we just got. I'm pretty sure that's actually with everybody. If not, you're crazy, because the Battlefront in the past is definitely way better than the Battlefront that was created just like last year. Which is ridiculous to say, for the most part. Alright, I'm gonna move on from Battlefront now. I know I've been talking about it for a while, but I just had to talk. I just had to get that off my chest because I'm pretty sure everyone was disappointed with that, and hopefully that E3 Dice can come up with something better than what that was, because that was a poo. That was a poo show. That was a crap showing of a game that they could have easily done better on. Next time, just ask the fans what they want. Don't ever think they want some guy they don't know the name of, unless you're like a hardcore Star Wars fan, and a Greedo, like, really? Hopefully when they do like a Force Awakens type Battlefront, it's gonna be a lot better, because that was atrocious. Alright, on some other games, there's also confirmed a South Park game being shown at E3, which is also pretty cool, because I wanted the old one that came out like a few years ago, but I just never got them. I didn't have the money at the time to get it, and I don't have my 360 anymore, so there's no reason for me to be able to play it now. But I know it got great reviews. It was a great game. The campaign was great. Everyone had fun playing it. Eat for a second. But other than that, like, I'm really pumped for that. The game's gonna be good. There's no way this game's not gonna be good, because I mean, South Park's did such a good job with the first one, and the show was always good. There's never like a really a bad episode of South Park. Like, wow, what were they thinking? But I have a feeling that they're gonna do really well with this one too, because that was the first game, and the second game can only be better. I say that, but Dyson do good with their Battlefront, and Call of Duty's having a hard time with their sequels. But I think people at South Park will do a good job on this game. I hope. So I'm excited to see that E3. I'm also excited to see what's that game called? I had it pulled up. Just 1 second. Yeah, one finger. Oh yeah, Pokemon Go. I know Pokemon fans, but it's still pretty cool to think about that. You can go catch Pokemon in real life with your phone, with the phone app. I know it's not like real life Pokemon, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. I think it's just a cool idea. I mean, I was a Pokemon fan. I'm sure most people were Pokemon fans, or are still Pokemon fans when they were. So I wouldn't be too surprised if that's a big hit. But I'm kind of scared that, like, how they can prevent kids from running into the street to go catch like a legendary Pokemon, like a Lugia, and you see them in the middle of a street, and like, oh, let's go get that Lugia, and you get boom, hit by a semi. Like, you're gonna get a lot of lawsuits. I'm just saying, because you see that Lugia, you gotta take a chance, or that Ho-Ho, or even that Entei, something like that. You gotta take your chances, and you can get them. Because I mean, you may not see that legendary again. Like, hell, you've been me too. Like, come on now. I mean, I'll take my chance. Be like, Cars versus getting a Lugia, it's worth it. It is so worth it. Hopefully that game's gonna have a good E3 showing, because I'm kind of excited for it, because I'm gonna get it on my phone, because I hear it's free. I hope it's free. If it's not free, I will not get it, because I'm just not a person that buys games on my phone. I don't buy, like, expensive games on my phone. That's just not what I do. That's not me. That's not what I'm about. I'm just gonna leave that bed there. That way, if I die, I spawn someplace very similar. So hopefully that E3 pans out. I don't have much to talk about that. I don't have much to say about it, just because I haven't done much research on it. I don't have much to talk about it, just 'cause I don't have much of an opinion on it, to be honest. So hopefully that pans out on its own, because it's just, I mean, come on now. We've all been waiting for a Pokemon that you can catch in real life. Even though it's not like real life Pokemon, which would be pretty legit to say. That'd be pretty cool. Like, I went outside. Like, wait, no, what'd you do on your weekend? Yeah, I caught me an Entei. Not gonna brag or anything. You know, it'd be kind of nerdy, because I don't think I would say that in public, though. I would not say that in public. Maybe off to the side, I would say it, or like maybe have like a secret like Tumblr forum, like a Twitter forum, and just post secretly on Twitter. Caught myself an Entei. You gel. Okay, it looks like I might have to go find a new world. So if I end the stream here in a little bit, it's because of that, and then I'm gonna go eat lunch. And I'm probably start stream either later today, or do a product review video sometime tonight. That way I'm not disturbed again by my parental units, because you know I'm their favorite child and all, so they like to keep me at all times, even though I'm closed up in